We're live.
And we are back with another podcast. Trying to get that straight there. Okay. And it is episode number 11 coming at you from the cruise ship still. Welcome to No Sugar, No Cream podcast. And we got another podcast, another exciting I'm in this location, Tim's in that location episode.
And we are live on Instagram. Woo!
Alrighty.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, I am on day number 8, I think. Day number 8 on the first cruise.
Run together for you, I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
What
It's
one
fun.
day for the other? They tend to run together, you know.
It's fun though. I love being relaxed on the ship, and
I know you do.
in fact, on this ship going to Alaska, for the first time, the pools are heated. So that's cool. So you like literally get into nice warm bath water in the pool. So you can, everybody's walking around with jackets, and you're in the pool, or even warmer in the hot tub. So, so that's a lot of fun.
My face looks red. It's not red though. It looks red in the screen.
You look fine.
So thank you. So ready. I'm ready. Okay, so it's your brother who's the expert on Carnival things, and you as well. I saw a big post today, since we're talking about cruising, and you're on a Carnival cruise ship. The TikTok people are going crazy hating on Carnival because apparently some 4-year-old kid got from a candy store, got LSD. That's what TikToks are claiming, and they're hating on Carnival. Have you heard of that? Do you know anything about it?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Is Daniel still in earshot?
No, he's in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, your brother. Because he
Yeah,
usually he's so knowledgeable. He knows the captains on these ships, and he knows more than the average person even about. I think he could be working for Carnival. They'd probably welcome him to be working in management for Carnival if he ever wanted to. He knows a lot about how Carnival works, right? I mean, he's
pretty. He's pretty familiar with the company. Or good. Yeah.
So that's been all over TikTok, and not positive. You know, I'm never going on a cruise with Carnival because blah blah blah. Apparently,
man, what side of TikTok are you on? I don't get these TikToks.
Yeah, it just came across my feed of people irate about some 4-year-old kid. His eyes were his pupils were dilated, and they couldn't get him to the emergency. They tried to rush him to the med center, and that was closed. Which, how late would have that had to been? I mean, they're open any normal hours, aren't they? The medical center. I mean, they'd have to be past like 10 or 12 at night or something. What's a 4-year-old kid doing up at that time? One wonders.
There's always some kind of crazy thing will happen, and I really doubt they're trying to sell drugs to kids. So I'm guessing something weird happened of some sort with like no, this is our new Carnival experience. Let's
LSD. They claimed it was similar reaction as it's not. I mean, the report was that the kid's reaction was similar to receiving LSD. Now, they never said he received LSD. They just said the reaction was similar to receiving LSD, and they made a big deal about it. You know, clickbait. People make videos to get people to click on them. That's what the name of the game is, and get those views.
I didn't want to admit this, but to be perfectly honest with you, I'm on LSD right now. We've all been doing LSD, and everybody on the cruise ship is all out of their mind. It's been quite the trip.
Even the captain?
Oh, for sure. We've been going around in circles around the same island for the last 24 hours. This trip is out of control, but I love it. The buffet food tastes better. I wouldn't regret it for one. And if one child dies in the process, I'm okay with that.
Now that's a bit. I mean, comedy. That's a bit too. That might be a bit too far, right there. Some people we may be canceled.
That child needs to know his limits.
Apparently, the kid got airlifted to. I tried to Google it outside of TikTok, and the only report I got was a 12-year-old kid that got airlifted back in March. So it's not on the current news reports.
It's pretty old. TikTok's not staying very relevant. That's what cracks me up.
So this is something that hasn't hit all the news reports
It is funny when you run across videos of people putting videos around about old things like, hey, I heard that about that like 6 months ago.
Yeah, it could be old or it could be new and not really hit the news yet. I don't know. So I have some news that is going to bore you to death.
Oh, please, Tim, bore me to death. I'm ready.
So
I'm ready. Incite the boredom within me.
And it was amazing. The band was amazing. And
I was just gonna ask how I tried to call you the other day because I was calling you on the day of, or I think the day after, and I was curious how things are going. And no call was. I cried and went to bed.
BGV singer, and she just was absolutely just killed it, and great.
Nice.
The blend of our voice. Even Jimmy complimented it, and he doesn't give compliments easily. So, but one thing I noticed, so when you're playing guitar and you're bending strings and hitting the guitar hard, and this is my main guitar here. This is a Strat Plus. This is the guitar that I play mainly, and so I had to stop and tune, and it takes
little hot tub. All right, I'll see you up there in a little bit.
So takes about 4 or 5 minutes to tune, and when you're on stage, you're trying to banter, but you're also trying to do two things because you're also trying to tune. It takes some focus. So trying to banter while you're tuning is maybe something that is beyond my mental capabilities, but I tried to do it. So I decided what I needed is another guitar just like this, and I would tune both of them before the show. Then halfway through the show, after those 7 songs, or when I needed to tune, I would just switch the guitars out, and that would take like less than a minute. Unplug it, plug the other one in. But I wanted the same model. It doesn't have the same color, but the same pickups and everything. And I was spending some time on the internet forums, and I found one just down the street, 8 minutes away in a store. I thought I was going to have to order it and have it come by eBay. And I bought it yesterday, and it was going to be a backup. I was going to consider it a backup, but it has it plays so amazing. I mean, every guitar is a little different, even if it comes from a factory that uses computer-aided CNC machining. The wood is different. Something's just a little different, different personality. And this guitar, and I played it at the store, and I'm like, this is amazing. It's a Warmoth neck. It's not original neck, so the value of it is a lot lower. I got it for like almost $1,000 less than what it would normally sell online if it was completely original. But that neck is actually an upgrade. That neck is absolutely amazing. Anyway, I would show it to you now, but I took it to the luthier to have him set it up. I need to have it set up exactly the way I want it set up, and the kind of strings I want. And so I dropped it off there. That's what I was doing, coming back from that when I texted you. So super excited. Guitar players getting a guitar, it's like kids getting candy. It's just so exciting, and you're falling asleep.
But not LSD candy. That is different. Not good.
So I can't wait. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful sunburst, and I did some videos on it, talking about it. Some vertical videos they're on TikTok already, but they'll be on my Instagram and my Facebook Reels coming up. So super excited about that.
Nice. Well, I saw something really cool last night.
What'd you see?
Saw the Northern Lights.
Yeehaw! I've never seen that. So
It
you're up
was
on me on
crazy.
that.
Was
it beautiful?
crazy. We were seen in one place, and then it'd fade there and show up in another place. Like it was crazy.
That's probably worth the cruise right there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, good on you, man, that you were able to do that.
Yeah, I didn't even know that there was a chance of seeing that.
So it comes and goes. It's not scheduled. I mean, it's possible that it could be there. It depends on the weather and whatever.
They have an idea when it's going to be. I'm not sure. I really don't know too much about it. I just knew that Daniel came to the room and was like, yeah, people are watching the Northern Lights right now. And
all of you went out? Your dad and mom also saw it?
I think they saw it earlier that evening. But we saw it at 2:00 at night.
Oh, okay.
And it was like, yeah, it was crazy. It's pretty amazing.
You know what I've been doing with my time every day is intaking packages.
Hey, keeping you on your feet. How many steps have I added to your everyday exercise? You're welcome.
Thank you so much. What are all these things? Collectibles? You've gotten like almost. Oh, I'd have to. There's probably 6 to 8 boxes down there of things that you.
Okay, that's not too old. Right? Yeah, that should be about all of them. Unless I find a good
figurines and things. Or
action figures.
Or action figures. My bad. Yeah, action figures. Yeah. The Ninja Turtles.
Turtles, yeah, the Turtles from like the 90s.
All of them are the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. They're.
So you're focusing on that. I mean, people collect normally focus on one specific thing, and you're collecting Ninja Turtle figurines.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What was like the Turtles, and it's from the original. They made the comics. Just the two guys came up with the original concept, and then they hit it big with doing the cartoon basically along with making the action figures, and then they did some movies in the 90s. But there's the original 10 that I've had the original Turtles for a while now, and they've
why don't you say that because I had never followed that. So why don't you say what are the 10 characters?
So there's the original 10 back that's 1988.
So what are the names of them? What are they?
So you have the four turtles.
Oh, four turtles.
Four turtles, Donatello, Michelangelo, all named after painters or whatever. Which I'll maybe try to wear. We got a thumbs up. Oh no, I did that. I was like, we got a thumbs up.
You gave us a thumbs up.
Do you see that?
No, somebody gave us a thumbs up.
Yeah,
somebody gave us a thumbs up. I think.
No, I did that. By going thumbs up. Go thumbs up.
No, that doesn't do it. That doesn't do it. Come on, somebody click a like. What the heck? What is that?
What just happened?
I don't know. I like it though. I want to make the explosion. We're learning.
Did somebody make a comment, or did you do that?
I didn't do that. Somebody did. I don't know.
This is cool.
Fascinating stuff. Anyway, so Da Vinci. One of them's Da Vinci, right? Da Vinci, Donatello, Michelangelo. Yeah. Probably. There's got to be a Da Vinci. I mean, if you're gonna have Michelangelo, you gotta have
Michelangelo and Raphael.
Oh, Raphael. Yeah. Is there a Da Vinci?
Huh?
Is there a Da Vinci?
No.
How could they left off Da Vinci?
Because that's a horrible name.
I mean,
then you got April, which she's the news reporter. That's their friend. Then you got Splinter, who's the rat, and then you got the bad guys.
So you got 6 good guys and 4 bad guys.
And then 4 bad guys.
And what are the names of the bad guys?
One's a hog, which is either Bebop or the other one. I forget those 2 names. And then the main villain and then a Foot Soldier, what's called. Which the Foot Soldier ended up costing me the most, just because that's one more rare. But those aren't even the most rare. That's like the original 10, which is neat to have, of course. And then I want to get them graded, and they should have a decent grading. I'm missing all but one of the 9 of the 10, so I have 9 out of the 10. And then, there's other ones that are even more rare, and there's like a bunch of different action figures. I think there might be over like 500 different action figures. It's kind of crazy, but I've been collecting a number of different ones, the ones that I like and stuff, and then I feel that are more valuable.
Oh, Leonardo. So that's the Da Vinci, Leonardo da Vinci. So it's his first name, Leonardo. I knew Da Vinci had to be in there.
Yeah,
I'm Googling
Da
that
Vinci.
now. So I mean, you can't have a list of Italian painters and not have Da Vinci. So they'd use the first name, Leonardo. He's the leader.
They probably can do whatever they want, Tim.
Makes no sense. So he's the leader, according to this. Donatello.
Gosh, I would, yeah.
Michelangelo, nicknamed Mikey. Mikey likes it. Raphael, nicknamed Raph, and Splinter is the mutant rat sensei, an adoptive father.
Yep, and they all get introduced to the ooze and stuff. But yeah, so
here are the antagonists. The Shredder,
and they really go up in value too. So I mean, I could sell.
So these are the antagonists. There's more than 4 though, or maybe there isn't. Let's see. The Shredder. Shredder is the leader of the Foot Clan, an arch enemy of the Ninja Turtles. Karai, Bebop, and Rocksteady.
Those are the 2 that are
a warthog and a rhinoceros.
Original 10 back, the original toys.
And then Tatsu is a Foot Clan soldier. That's the one that's rare, you said.
Yeah, that one seemed to cost me a little bit more. That one was a little bit more rare.
So which one are you missing?
I missing Bebop.
Okay.
Which is the hog, I think.
Bebop, warthog, yeah. And Rocksteady is a rhinoceros, according to
I think you got the rhino. So, and that one's probably going to cost me the most. But that seems to be going for more money, and it doesn't seem to come up. And I'm buying it in the original packaging. So,
yeah, you showed me. I mean, you said that one that looked perfectly legit to me, and you said it wouldn't grade at the top. I mean, I'm like, and I said, what could be wrong with it? And you showed something that only a super anal person would ever even notice.
Yeah,
the edges of the cardboard wasn't.
That's exactly the kind of people that work at those places. Super anal. They're very. Yeah, look at detail. Yeah, very close detail.
I mean, so you've done this before. How do you know the all of that?
Well, I don't know too much about all the grading, but I know like they're very like it doesn't take much to. I mean because a 10 would be like if it just came out of the factory, you know, and this is like 30 years later. I mean, what made in 88? That's what 30. Yeah, what 36 years old. 90.
36, yeah.
So yeah. Hold on, there's somebody at my door. I'm not sure.
34, 30, 88. Yeah, 36 exactly. 36.
Hello. All right, yeah, okay, yeah. My guy wanted to probably make my room or something. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Ask him if he wants to be on the podcast.
But yeah, but we've been having a good time. Got pulled by some by snow dogs or whatever. Well, they're huskies, and I was expecting like the long haired.
Oh, you got pulled by huskies! Wow.
Yeah, and they're like professional dogs that have done like a lot of competitions.
Did they cry? I mean, I see.
No, they bark like they bark.
They just go into this screaming for like minutes. 10, 15
if
minutes.
They're not. If we stop for too long. It's so funny. Anybody that's like they're being forced to do this, they freaking love it. Like they get annoyed, and they even start jumping. They have so much pent up energy, they're ready to run that they start jumping when they're just sitting there for too long. It's hilarious.
Well, obviously, there wasn't snow, so it was with a wheeled wagon or something like that.
Yeah, it was like a Yeah, it was like a cart thing with wheels.
Cart, yeah. Okay.
And then
So how many were in the team? How many Huskies in the team were pulling you? I mean, roughly 5, 10, 15?
Somewhere around 15, I think.
Oh, a bunch. Wow.
Between 10 and 15, I think. Yeah.
And how many people were being pulled?
Well, there was
so that one person or that pulled? What's that? Sorry.
There were 7 of us, and that's a lot more weight than what they're usually pulling.
Yeah,
that's
so
a
you're
lot
all
more
on
weight.
one card. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know if it was a 1-person card, a 2-person card, or what. But,
yeah, they're getting to practice with a lot more weight than what they would usually have. So, like,
yeah, because the sled is going to have a lot more resistance than a wheeled cart.
True, but the weight is going to be a lot less too than what with all of us. They said the thing is less than usually the thing's less than 150 pounds, and then plus the weight of the person. So you're looking at probably less than 350, or about 350 maybe total. And there was like with all of us on there, it was probably like 1,000 pounds plus.
My buddy Fedge, the way he tells the story. His dad got married had a new wife, and he hadn't seen him in a while. And he said, "We're coming to visit, but you need to know between the two of us, we weigh half a ton." And I still can't believe how is that possible. So his dad and the wife, I guess, each weighed 500 pounds on average. So 1,000 pounds between the two of them. You just said 1,000 pounds. So it made me think of Fedge's. That was only 2 people and his parents, or his stepmom and his dad.
Wow.
You're looking at me like I'm crazy, but it just stuck with me. I mean, how can someone? I mean, imagine saying your father, who you haven't seen, you don't get along with that well, you haven't seen him in a few years, and he's come to visit, and he says, "I just need to warn you that we, between the two of us together, weigh half a ton." It's like,
before we come, will you please reinforce the boards of your house so we do not only be seen on the first floor? It is not a good idea.
Yes, yeah, probably, yeah. So
it's crazy.
Who knows?
How's the house? I mean, is my car still on the side of the road? Were you okay there?
Oh, I haven't. Is it parked where you normally park it? I haven't even taken notice. I'll check it and I'll text you.
Yeah, I was wondering if I should leave my key so you could like move it every once in a while, or like, hey, I was like randomly just take my car to the store so like they don't think it's like.
Gotcha. Yeah. I didn't think of that.
But I took my key with me, so you can't even move it. But it should be fine.
You wouldn't think. I mean, it shouldn't be a problem. I mean,
yeah, it has a license plate and everything. The only time they would remove a vehicle is if probably somebody said something about it, or there'd have to be no license plate. They can.
Well, there would have to be a note on it, probably. I'll go see. I'll go.
But if there's no license plate, I'm pretty sure they can just take it if there's no license plate. Like, because then it's like.
If they want you to move it, they probably would have to have a warning on it saying this car needs to be moved within 48 hours or something.
Right.
So
yeah, I guess just to make sure, take a look at it, make sure there's no.
I'll do it when we get off the call or when we get off the podcast. It's not a call; it's a podcast.
But thankfully, you're not in a psycho neighborhood with psycho HOA.
Yeah, my HOA is so chill.
You hear all those nightmares. I mean, run across them on TikTok.
And according to what I've been told, I mean, this is a nice neighborhood. There's, the houses aren't,
nice.
These aren't shacks, but the HOA is $26 a month. And I've had other people tell me when we discuss HOAs and fees, and I've had people say that's the cheapest HOA fee I've ever heard in Nashville. Only $26 a month. So, everybody goes to Destin, Florida for vacation, which I didn't even know the name of the town. And the banker, I think I might have told you the story. She's not working there anymore, but she bought a condo in Destin, Florida. And she every time I would talk to her, she would say how many days it was remaining before she could retire and move to her place. It was like 4 years times whatever, 365. And she would know the exact number of days. She couldn't wait to leave. And she finally they opened a branch down there, and so she moved early. So she didn't have to retire. She could live in there. Anyway, and it's on the waterway, apparently. And then you can have a property on the waterway or on the ocean. And she was telling me that her HOA was $500 a month. And that includes insurance, though, which we have talked about, because we've talked about getting a place on the water in Florida. And that includes insurance. And when hurricanes, that insurance goes up every time there's a hurricane. And then I would make conversation, doing transactions. A few months later, I said, "How's it going? And how's your Destin property going?" And she said they raised the HOA fee to $900, almost doubled in less than a year. And could you imagine $900 just HOA? It's crazy, but people pay that.
You can find rent for that.
Yeah, you would think. That's crazy, and the then branch, he's not there now, but he was the branch manager. And she said that when she told me 500, she said he had one on the ocean and his was 1,000. So I didn't know what his went up to. Hers went up 400, almost double. His probably almost doubled as well. Then if you're on the waterway and you go up almost double, if you're on the ocean, you're going to get a direct hit from not a tornado, a hurricane. Tornadoes are from South Dakota, not tornadoes.
You guys get tornadoes up in South Dakota?
Yes.
Really?
Is that a cynical question? Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I thought they mostly hit more the Middle East. I didn't know they did go that far up.
Okay. Valid question.
Because mostly Missouri. The chasers are in Missouri, Kansas.
Yeah, tornadoes have wiped out towns in South Dakota. Tornadoes have, I guess, not that super common, but I remember there was a town, small little town, that was within 20 miles of where I lived, where Dad lived, and completely wiped out the town. Just wiped it out. There's probably only 25 people living there. I don't even know if they stood a post office, but that's what happens in rural America. These small towns, the only people remaining, well, not just rural America, many countries. Japan has this problem. All the young people leave and go to the cities, and the only people left are people who grew up there and are aging out until they die. And so you don't have anybody to fill the schools, and these small towns die out because that's a common problem in rural America. But South Dakota, the population is exploding, partially because conservative people see it as a haven. And so they've been moving there, and population is going to be 1 million people. It was 700,000, I think, when I left, and now 7 years ago, and now it's going to be 1 million shortly. So it's grown a lot. South Dakota's grown a lot. So, but a lot of them are going to Sioux Falls, which is the largest city in South Dakota. I think almost 200,000 in Sioux Falls. But my hometown, Willow Lake, they're bursting at the seams. They're fighting that trend, and they're having lots of kids in school, and they're having to expand the school, literally expand the school because they've got so many kids, which is absolute reverse of the trend in most of rural America. So they're quite fortunate there, that they are they're building a new football field and expanding. So that's, I think, goes against the trend. So the reason that they're growing is that they have a big plaque when you come into town, on both sides of town. It says home of Tim Wolf, and that's why everybody is moving there.
Anyways, I always tell good ones coming up when you change your tone and everything. You mentioned tornadoes. Right before I was getting ready to to move to Nashville, I went through one. I'm pretty sure I told you about that.
Oh, like, yeah, I remember. Yeah. Just within this year. Yeah, there was one in Rogers, Arkansas.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It took down my back fence, like not completely, but like we had to reinforce it and stuff on both sides. Took some shingles off, and we were right in the middle of remodeling one side of the duplex, trying to get that ready to rent that out. And I got hit by that, and I was like a mile, not even a mile from Walmart, and the road that's on. I mean, it just straight. It went straight down there. I mean, if it was over one more, I mean, I could have lost my house. Like, I mean, it just went straight down the highway and took out businesses on both sides. There was a number of businesses that were completely lost.
Were you there when it happened?
Yeah. It was. I was like, I'm going to my bathroom. My bathroom is in the middle, so it's probably the safest place. Like,
yeah, my house doesn't have a basement either, and I've thought about. Sorry about that. I've thought about, getting a storm cellar or something. If I got another house in Nashville, if I ever moved, I don't know why I would, but this house is perfectly fine.
Yeah, where would we go in your house?
Downstairs in the bathroom, probably. But a storm cellar would be nice because there's tornadoes come through. Well, East Nashville destroyed part of East Nashville since I lived here in the last 7 years. I don't remember exactly what year it was, but it destroyed large part of East Nashville, maybe 2018, 2019. So tornadoes do happen, and they do have warnings from time to time. So, storm cellar is not crazy.
I almost feel like your closet would be a good spot because it's next to the garage and like it's deep. It's completely. There's no window.
Yeah. I mean,
like it kind of make it. I feel like that bathroom is just like so vulnerable to like it's so open to the whole area around it, and the walls are kind of thin. Because it's just like like middle there. I don't know. Yeah, there isn't really any super good answer because it really is like there's not like a. Yeah, I think that your closet would be pretty good. Right next to the garage there. The garage is solid.
Yeah.
But well, hopefully never have to even go for shelter. That was scary enough, and those winds and hearing those sirens, not fun.
No, and it's serious business. People die in those storms, and it can kill you. Being catapulted through the air at 100 miles an hour isn't good for your life expectancy.
That is true, Tim. That is true. That is truer words have never been spoken. Let's ponder on that. Let's just think about that. Launching through the air, not good for your life expectancy. I think that's the title of this podcast.
Okay, there we go. We got it. So you're on day 8 of but you're on back-to-back since days 8, yeah. So, but the cruise isn't. How long is the cruise itself? I mean, so when are you getting off and getting back on? Oh, it's 14. Okay.
Hopefully, they either will just have 14. The
2 14s.
14 then a 15.
14 then a 15. And where do they go to the same places?
We're going to Hawaii after this.
Oh, that's right. I knew that too. So after Alaska, and then where do you get off and you have to disembark for an hour or something? What port is that?
Well, we've experienced a couple times now where they will just bring the person on board, whatever they're called, the border patrol. They'll bring them on board and look at all our passports, and that's about it.
Okay.
If not, for the most part, I think Daniel's only experienced once where he's like off board for a couple hours, and then okay, in Australia they did have us go off for a couple hours, but for the most part, on most of our back-to-backs, I've done a number of them now, but we just kind of go through security and and then we'll first go through customs. Just go through basically walk through customs, show our passport. And a lot of them now, they just have the face ID, the face thing. They just scan your face. You go back through security and back on the ship.
So what port do you do that? Seattle? Where do you do that? Or you have to be at a port when you do that.
Yes, Seattle is where we took off from. And that's where we're going back to there. And then the next cruise, take off from Seattle and then come back. And then Daniel's doing the next cruise after that, which is 16 days. And that's going one way. That's headed to Mobile, Alabama. So he's going to get to go all the way through the Central America.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. The which we did halfway. We did it halfway or whatever, or did it for a couple of days. Went just through a couple locks and then back out. But that's pretty cool that he's getting to go all the way through it.
So how's he going to get home? Somebody's going to have to come pick him up in Mobile, Alabama.
Well, he is. No, you know what? I think he goes into New Orleans and then he's taking a bus.
Sorry, my phone just keeps.
Unprofessional. There's another title for this podcast. Unprofessional. And then he's going to take like a bus from New Orleans. Just a quick bus, like probably like an hour, just probably an hour or two, from New Orleans to Mobile, and the next cruise he's taking is Mobile. Oh, and then I think he's gonna keep going, and he's gonna meet us down in Miami.
So he can find a cruise that will start somewhere in Mobile and end up in Miami. Somehow?
I think he ends up flying when he's done doing a couple cruises out of Mobile. I think he's gonna fly down to Miami.
Well, and he's such at a high level. They do all the laundry he could ever want, unlimited laundry at the platinum level.
I got a nice bag, perfectly sealed up.
You're all at platinum now, aren't you? Your parents as well. Everybody's at platinum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think we usually got your laundry done when we were on the ship, didn't we?
You sure did. I appreciate it.
Got my little milk juice box from this morning. I thought we had an excursion this morning. Dale did too. We thought we had an excursion this morning, so we were up at 8.
But it was a different day, or it got canceled, or what happened?
Reduced fat milk, not sponsored. Enjoy on your next cruise. 2%. Enjoy the mountains of milk. Tastes 4 hours old. Lovely. Not sponsored. No, yeah. We just got the day wrong. We got the day wrong.
Got the day wrong. Okay, so it's tomorrow, or I hope you didn't miss it. Was it a previous day?
No, we just got the day wrong. It's tomorrow.
Oh, you're in a port then. Well, you got to be in a port.
Yeah. I didn't even get off here. It was really small. A lot of these stops are really small, but a lot of them are pretty cool too. They're just small little towns. We went to a really cool small little town where we went. That's where we ended up taking a bus ride, a bunch of scenicness going on. In fact, we were in Alaska, but we went over the border to Canada.
Oh, you went into Canada?
Yeah, we went into Canada. And what?
A bunch of scenicness going on.
Beautiful scenicness. Did I say scenicness? That's not a word, is it? That's definitely not a word, is it?
You made it up, man. It's going to be added now.
Yeah.
They're going to Merriam-Webster say, well, it was used on No Sugar No Cream podcast, therefore it will be added.
That goofy guy that's with that famous Tim Wolf guy. I know about him because I was driving. Let me tell you, I was driving through South Dakota, and I was lost. Let me tell you, I was lost as could be. And I blinked, and my wife told me, "Hey, you missed that sign for that little town," and it said Tim Wolf lived here. And that's how I learned about Tim Wolf.
Yeah. So anyway, you went. How'd you go into Canada? Did you have to have your passports, or they're pretty strict?
Just
So you
kidding.
went into Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's on Spotify. If you please subscribe, appreciate it. No, yeah, we went to Canada. So we were in Alaska, and then we headed south on the bus, and we had to go through customs because we drove into Canada. It was real quick. They just came on board.
What'd you do in Canada? I mean,
we were looking at like just the scenery, mountains and stuff, and then we took a train back, and we were like on the side of a mountain. It was crazy.
Wow, man, a lot of interesting stuff.
Yeah, you could see the snow up on the mountains. It was pretty crazy. Man, and then there was this crazy sandy area. They're like this sand. There's a desert just out of nowhere. It looks like a lot of people have fun like doing like sand dune kind of stuff, like with BMX bikes and stuff like that. You can see tracks everywhere. That looked like a lot of fun. But yeah, so we stop here was oh yeah, you asked me. It's on your text messages where we are right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, I shut my phone off so I wouldn't get disturbed. Trying to be professional now.
Don't stop now. We're so consistently unprofessionally. Why would we stop? Why would we start being professional? That's too much work.
It's our shtick. It's our shtick. You know,
it's our shtick.
You feel at home with the unprofessionalism, and then you can feel better about yourself knowing that we are.
Yeah. Watch No Sugar, No Cream podcast. You'll feel better about your own sanity. They're off their rockers. No sugar. See, look. Do you see that? I did thumbs up.
I think somebody's giving you a thumbs up. That's not when you're doing that.
Why is it not working for you? Maybe
it doesn't work.
Is there something wrong with your thumb? Maybe your thumb's broken. Why does that not work for you? Look. See? Nobody's commenting anything. Why? And you see the thumbs up bubble. Why is that not working?
Yeah, I don't get it. You get it. I don't. Oh my gosh, I'm not given equal treatment here. I'm
Restreaming does not like you.
We have to complain. A discrimination.
Restreaming, not sponsored.
Where's the thumb? See, now you didn't get it. They took it away from me. I think someone else is doing a thumbs up. You're not. It's not because you did that. We'll have to research it. All right. We're probably running out of. So good to see you, nephew.
Yes, sir. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you.
Are we Are we getting close to posting on other?
Okay, I thought I did all the steps to get on Apple.
Okay.
And I didn't check it. It didn't show up right away, but I thought it might take a day or so to pop up, and I haven't gone back to check it.
Okay.
So we should check to see if we're on Apple.
One at a time. Before you know it, we'll be on all the podcasts.
Yeah. We're on Spotify. We're 100% on
Facebook.
On Spotify, by the way.
Please like us on Facebook. That's where most. Look, there he goes again. Please like us on Facebook, and please share us with your friends so more people will see us. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. We should be back next week with another podcast.
100%.
Thanks for listening and watching. We'll see you next time.